minutes away from our next game, which is the men's QPS Rugby League versus New South Wales Police Rugby League. Make sure we give a big round of applause as they take the field.
Good afternoon, welcome to CBUS Stadium for the Australian Police Rugby League Championships. Day 2 continues on. We've had the women's Queensland versus New South Wales throw up an absolute cracker earlier in the day. Now it's the men's turn. The QPSRL New South Wales Police Rugby League men's services taking to the field. No love lost between these two sides. Joining me for all the action this afternoon here at CBUS, it's Jumbo, Jim Doyle.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Geez, I'm pumped up, mate. This is the one I've been waiting for. Queensland, Origin, the Blues. It's just the ingredients of what could be a feast for rugby league this afternoon. I can't wait, mate. I'm confident Queensland are going to get this job done, but that's not how we operate in Queensland. We don't go the early crow. We just get the job done and we'll celebrate later. But I believe we're up against a slick Blues outfit here today, and I hope we get the job done. But it's Origin. Anything is possible.
And this is the one a lot of people have been looking forward to this afternoon. There's a good crowd in, plenty of family, friends and supporters lining the stands on the near side of the ground. We've got referee Dan LaRose in charge of proceedings. This afternoon it'll be New South Wales to kick off and get this State of Origin clash underway. He blows time on. Let's get excited. Long driving kick down to get us started. It'll be Queensland with first use of the ball, and the man with probably the best seat in the house joining us on the sideline today, Tony Silky Chandler. And Silky, a bit more meaning on the line in this clash here this afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mike. Good afternoon, Jumbo. This is going to be an absolute buster of a game. Both of these teams, pride on the jersey, like they're going to put their bodies on the line, and I'm so excited to see as we come up with an early error from Scanlon.
Turnover immediately, so New South Wales going on the attack immediately inside the Queensland 40. Tell us more about the award on the line here for this afternoon for both the men and the women's Queensland side, Silky.
Yeah, mate, so as I touched on earlier, on the sides, on the left arm of their jerseys, the boys have got a band, and the girls had a band as well in memory of Jay Nataro. And on that band, they've got his rego number 16874. So one of the boys has made up an award carved out of some timber in honour of Jay, and that's going to be the Queensland Spirit Award that'll be awarded to the person that plays within the values of what's on that trophy, which Jumbo's played with Jay previously, and knew him as a person, so I'll get Jumbo to touch on him a bit more as a person and a player.
Yeah, no, thanks, Silky. Yeah, Jay was a legend of a bloke, a legend of Police Rugby League, and was a great player. He's a team manager, and he even dabbled in coaching when they brought the women's game in for a while there to help out, and he's dearly missed, and it's been a celebration this week of what Jay achieved and the friendships he made, and it's a sad story, but it also is a reminder that you can't take things for granted, and people and their presence and their generosity and all the types of things that we're missing at the moment without having Jay around.
Well, the Queensland players will no doubt do him proud, but these New South Wales players on the other side of the ledger, they'll want to take the victory off Queensland, and they've gone about it the right way to start off with an early 4-pointer in the far right corner through the right hand back line, chiming in, getting an early overlap as we see on the replay here. Just textbook stuff, Ashcroft sending it along the line, and then just a nice little drawn pass from Peter Picotti.
Finds his winger, I think Sam Press there.
Sam Press, yeah.
It's a good start. Queensland will be disappointed with this. An early mistake from Scanlon, which is not really in his DNA. He's very reliable, and Sam Press there gets on the outside of Queenslander Harry Grant, and you can see the disappointment in Harry's face. But at the end of the day, it's a 70-minute game. It's an Origin game. Being down 4-0, 6-0, it's not going to worry the Queenslanders.
Now, I'm not one for correcting my co-commentators.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
But you did say Harry Grant there, so definitely not the State of Origin hooker. It's Harry Graham, yes, because I think a few people would have been quickly checking their list going, oh, Harry Grant's in there.
I've had a few schooners this week, and maybe I've had a few of the vowels knocked out of Graham and Grant out of my melon this week. But that's an error. Maybe I'll stick with it. Maybe I'll stay with Harry Grant. We'll see how we go. He got a double yesterday, so he's a favourite with the commentators. Kick's waved away.
Yeah, that kick not a favourite with the Blues supporters, so the score stays 4-0. 3 minutes 40 gone in the first half. And I love to keep asking you, Silky, because I don't often get the benefit of calling a game with a man down on the sideline. But what's the atmosphere like? I'm expecting it to be pretty tense between the two camps.
It is absolutely tense, you're spot on there, Mike. But I tell you, that try to New South Wales has just taken the wind out of the supporters here for Queensland. There's not too much coming from them at the moment. They're all sitting in their chairs looking a little bit nervous and not being overly vocal.
Well, we know how vocal they can get after their troops put on a shellacking yesterday against the affiliated team, 70-0. And the crowd was in full vocal flight yesterday as their team piled on the points against the affiliated states. And for the first time this tournament, they find themselves behind on the scoreboard as Lenham jumps in there to make a tackle.
Silky, as we get into this game, I just want to set a few things straight early.
Yes.
You're still right, happy to stick with this plan where you play good cop towards New South Wales and I stay Queenslander affiliated the whole way.
Mate, look, that comment's outside off stump, swinging away. I'm not playing at it. Don't want a bar of it.
Okay, we'll deal with that.
I'm happy to call when they do something good, but, mate, I'm a Queenslander through and through.
Oh, great return there from Carl, the kick.
Oh, no.
Lenham spills it. Lenham and Carl, probably a couple of the standouts yesterday. Jake Carl was on fire with the boot.
And some solid early defence there from O'Keefe as well. He's been playing out of his skin these that game yesterday and today. He started strong again.
Yeah, O'Keefe there yesterday in the first 10 minutes, mate. He banged those affiliated states up more times than you've hit the snooze button this week, Silky.
That's quite a few times as well. Commentators' camp's been tough.
It has been tough. We've been here since Sunday, Mike, just getting to know the players, the support staff, the officials, our way around Burleigh.
Local pubs and clubs.
Yeah, let's just say
the odd bakery.
We're familiarised.
Certainly plenty of good pubs and clubs on the Gold Coast. Don't worry about that. It's a favourite pastime of mine. Nothing beats grabbing a coffee, jumping in the surf, and then finishing it off with an ice cold frothy afterwards. That is living the dream. But in the meantime, got some footy going on here in New South Wales. Back on the attack once more on the far side. This time a new player chiming in on the wing. It's Picotti.
Oh, nice! Great tackle.
Oh.
What about the try saver?
Geez, Harry Graham is going to owe his fullback more than a coffee and a pie and a bit of cake or so. He saved the day there. Geez, that would not be very good for Queensland at all. New South Wales come out swinging. There's some issues down that right edge, Silk. I don't know if you can solve it just yet, but Queensland, you're going to have to put a stop to that.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Jumbo. I think they've just got to start muscling up down that edge and really putting some pressure on. Like they tried that first when the first points were scored up and in, didn't work. I think they've just got to man up and really put their body on the line.
was interesting the way the overlap came, because it was Picotti who ran to the wing there. He's not even playing on the right wing. It's Sam Press, the earlier try scorer. So a little in and away, and he found himself streaking down the win, but the try-saving tackle saves Queensland 4 more points of pain. So they bring it out to their own 20-metre line now into one of the last remaining sunny patches spread across CBUS Super Stadium.
It's a Big 10, Silk. Big 10.
Kick downfield from Simpson. Finds a bit of open space. Reeled in, one-handed by Peacock, who steps inside. Harry Graham still going, Peacock. Valuable metres, almost a little ragdoll effort from Williams. Tried to Gordon Tallis him over the touchline. To halfway, New South Wales, Daniel Hope.
The Queenslanders, carrying the sore bodies, the niggles from yesterday, and there's 2 ways to look at it. You've got, they had the run, they'd be better for it. Created some combinations and some players that haven't played together. It's New South Wales on the attack, but then you carry the soreness into the day 2, Mike, and you start to get in a grind. Those fresh legs might be the difference. Yeah, and
that's the thing. Look, no, and certainly don't mean to speak detrimentally of the AST side, but they had a pretty easy game of it, the Queensland side, so they won't be, it wasn't the hardest wrestle of a game that they have encountered. Here's Press trying to get an offload away on the last. He'll die with it 5 out from the Queensland line. So, but always a good place to finish your set if with ball in hand. Queensland having to bring it out of that corner right off their own line now. New South Wales defence rushes up hard, drives the man back. Pretty much back to where they played the ball from. It's played by Smith. So they need some help now. Look at that vigorous New South Wales defence rushing up. Reece Schroeder. Boy, he's a big body.
Yeah, both packs have got some mountain about them. I'm glad I'm not out there. But, yeah, these Queenslanders are going to get on a roll here. Just start completing some sets, get to a kick, and get some field position.
Juggle there from Williams. Managed to reel it in. He's in trouble going towards the sideline, and he threw it back in, but it was too late. The touch judge's flag is up. So a turnover. Boy, he was well inside. It was just New South Wales wanted it more there, so to speak, and added that extra effort and bundled him into touch. Even the pass that he got away was forward, so it wouldn't have mattered, but turnover again.
Yeah, I think Coach Nick Patterson there for Queensland, he's not going to be happy with this start. I think that's 3 errors there. Just putting the team under pressure. But the Blues have only got the 1 try so far, which is to our advantage, but centre field restart here. Let's hope the Queenslanders can hold on.
I've got Paddo inside here. Keith rushed up to try to put a shot on, but I've got Patterson inside here, and he coached for Queensland, and you're right, Jumbo, he's not impressed with this start at all.
So if you can keep the bench changes up to us for both sides today, always good to get an insight of who they're rolling in, rolling they're out, and we've got probably a lot of family, friends and colleagues listening today possibly. We want to know if their loved ones are out there getting amongst the Origin action.
Yeah, mate, no changes.
It's New South Wales. Sorry to interrupt, guys, but boy, they were playing Harlem Globetrotter stuff there. Just passing. There was about 10 passes between the same 3 players, Picotti, Johns and Press, and they were just slowly creeping their way towards the line before Jake Carl come in and said, I'm going to put a stop to this.
They're not lacking confidence, this New South Wales side. I mean, 11 minutes into an Origin game and you're tossing it around like you're, off on a Sevens carnival. Jake Carl there to save the day. The Queensland fullback and co-captain, he had an absolute blinder yesterday. Would he kick 11 from 12 or 10 from 11 anyway?
I think it was 11 from 12,
yeah. It was some pretty handy goal kicking, but they're going to need his energy today and leadership.
Yeah, he missed one, didn't he? Hopeless.
Talking about missed one, I heard a story about, remember the ball there, Mick O'Keefe last year. He missed a flight back from Perth with the team. He got on board and had a little bit of an issue and missed the flight and got home a little bit later, unfortunately for Mick. So he'll be glad that this is a home carnival.
I can't imagine what that was as we see Lenham go outside the 30. He's tackled 10 in from touch. He was dangerous on that right side in attack for Queensland yesterday.
Scanlon there making some yards, trying to make up for that early error and get some tough carries in.
Oh, the torpedo bomb from Jake Carl. Good luck. It's allowed to bounce. It's going to go into touch. Oh, no one wanted a bar of that. Oh, it's going to be a penalty as well.
Inside
Might
the
have been
10, are they? We're at CBUS Stadium, and these facilities are phenomenal for Police Rugby League. It's set a new standard. Today we got player dressing rooms with the recovery rooms, you've got team meeting rooms, you've got massage rooms, even the referees get their own room. Yet we've got a field that's 3/4 covered in shade, unfortunately, just the timing. And it seems to be creating a bit of havoc out there on that right edge for the Blues wingers with receiving those kicks. And I think Harry Graham's having similar issues for Queensland.
So I'm not sure if that was an escort penalty or not, which if the person who, I didn't see who did it, but you wouldn't have bothered if you saw the kick. No one was going to have a bar of that one. Chance for Queensland, that is close, possibly over the line, but...
It's always good to see the players furthest from where he was trying to score celebrating, trying to convince someone, a ref, touch judge.
They don't buy it. Simpson tries a kick, it deflects off a New South Wales player, picked up by Johns.
Offside, I think, boys. Oh, no. Yep.
No, in the 10, inside the 10.
Yeah, inside the 10, because I think it was Johns that picked up the deflection. I think he was okay. It was line ball at worst, but the New South Wales players on their left flank never got back on side. So they go.
Big Will Scanlon.
Look at him go. Charges towards the post. He plays it. Short ball. Phillips. He's still standing. Can't get the arm free. Quick play the ball, though. O'Keefe crashes over.
Guilty.
Mick O'Keefe, he knows how to find the white line. He's scored a lot of tries in State Police Rugby League, and he is back on the attack for Queensland. A great Rugby League fill-in player. He played anywhere from fullback to wing, and he's found himself in the back row today, Mick O'Keefe. He's a real coach's delight, and gets the boys back on the board to square this up. Silky, Queensland are back.
Yeah, mate, and they're all up on the bench when that one went over the white line, and it's good to see. And I think it's just settled them somewhat. A bit of a shaky start there, but that 4-point has definitely put them back in the game and definitely settled some nerves. As I think both benches are looking to make some changes, but I'll keep you up to date.
Yeah, mate, thanks for that. We also want to thank the ball boys and ball girls here today who've given us a hand for the 2 games. Just pause their education for the moment and come down to watch some police origin. So thank you to those kids for doing that. We appreciate it. And I see there was one of the assistant coaches there for Queensland, little fella run the tee out to Jake Carl, which is great to see the families involved.
As Mr. Carl makes no mistake with that kick. We didn't expect much less after the kicking display he gave us yesterday. So Queensland hit the front, 6-4. The back of the try from this man, Mick O'Keefe.
That's my range, where Mick took that one from. That's sort of...
Minus 2 metres.
Yeah, that's my distance. Well done to Mick. That's probably the only time in today's game that I would like to actually put myself out there. But, yeah.
New South Wales have made a change, boys. We've got Schroeder's come off and Dean Wanstall has gone on. And also for Queensland, Dunkley's back out there.
Yeah, well, Dunkley, he had a great game yesterday. Scored himself a double as well. Giving the good guys, the front rowers, a bit of airtime, which was good to see. And if anyone's got any shout-outs or they want us to make comment of anything that might be appropriate, you got the live stream where you can make a comment, or you can text through, Mike, to 131 Queenslander. And we will try and do our best to give the shout-outs where they're due. Last game, there's a little bit of criticism with the referees, and hopefully that's not going to happen.
Oh, look at Justin Smith straight up the middle, carves his way through like a knife through butter. Oh, met hard though. Hayden Peacock had his number, but gets the offload away. This is good, better stuff from the Queenslanders. Simpson gets it away.
Back to Smith.
Smith.
He's in!
Justin Smith, unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
Finish what he started, Selkie.
Wow, what a play. And you touched on him earlier on, Jumbo, coming off the bench yesterday's game. He is a brilliant player, and absolutely he's so damaging around those tired forwards out of the number 9 jersey.
Yeah, get
brilliant
that in
work.
New South Wales. I told you he'd be back, Silk. They started him on the bench yesterday, and I think it must have been a tactical move to give you some fresh legs. But, yeah, this is what you want out of your hooker.
Yeah, sit back
Left
and
them for
enjoy
dead.
this replay. It starts here with Smith, and it's going to end with him. The little shimmy. Peacock wasn't having a bar of it. Had his number well there, but the offload was too good. Ended up back with the halfback Simpson. Simpson went on his way. Peacock still shadowing him. Gets it away to Smith. Now watch Smith here. 3-on-1. And like a little sneaky, well, let's say a ferret up a drain pipe, he just snuck away and grabbed that 4-pointer.
Cheeky little hit and spin.
Oh,
That's pure rugby league gold, boys. How good. And the effort, like he sort of got rissoled there by the fullback. He's straight back up on his feet in support and then beats another 3. Skills we've never had, Silky, but I'm glad he's on our side.
Absolutely, and KP's just come for a break. I'm not sure who's replacing him, whether Scanlon's gone back on. I didn't actually see him come off, but KP's come for a blow.
so another easy assignment for Jake Carl in front of the post. We're just going to, I think we just got time off at the moment. I think the referee's just getting his microphone.
That's our old roommate, Silky, the old referee out there today. He was our roommate earlier in the week, Mike, and he decided to leave.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
He ousted himself, and he found some new digs, and we ended up with one of the Queensland back rowers who we've
Big
taken
Johnny.
under our wing. Yeah, they didn't give us the littlest bloke of the squad. This bloke makes us, I think, as a double bed look like a single, but we're happy to have him. We'll talk a bit more about him later when he gets
He's just
on.
warming up.
Is he?
Well, he needed help with his, I think he's still having trouble with the headset and the mic. I hope he's not in the undercover police force, guys, because he'd be giving himself away right now.
Yeah, well, if he's a referee, he could be in the traffic branch. Mike, possibly.
I think we're going to have another delay. He's coming to the sideline, the referee. Don't get to say that too often. He's tossed the gear off.
He's going old school.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, just a whistle for me, thanks. None of this fancy stuff." Queensland lead 12-4. Oh, he did that. He got away with all that, the referee, without having to call time off. That's a professional there. We continue on. We go 19 and a half into the first half. 35-minute halves in the men's game. Coming to you this afternoon, live on the Australian Police Rugby League Facebook page and the affiliated police Facebook sites. And big thanks to our supporters and sponsors today, the NRL, ASICS, Kia, CrimSafe, and TNM Management. Couldn't do it without you.
You talk of sponsors, Mike.
Have you got one for me?
Well, no, I caught my co-commentator whining and dining with some sponsors last night, and I think he could be hatching something.
I thought I saw him down there with something printed across his forehead. We've already got a bit of signage. There's plenty of signage space there. Oh, look, I'm not one to talk. I've got an egghead. No hair on my bonds either.
No, you're right, Jumbo. I was just negotiating our Australian commentary gig in New Zealand with one of the major sponsors of the Australian Rugby League team.
When's that?
In October, mate. Late October, and mate, we had flights paid for, the week paid for, but unfortunately it clashes with our Spring Carnival racing and, of course, the famous Warwick Rodeo.
Yeah, that's a busy time of year. Warwick Rodeo into
and
the
I
Spring
think
Carnival.
I think the rodeo this year is being hosted by a Southern Boar, Benny Sullivan.
Yeah, Australian and Queensland Fiery, who
Get round to
is
Benny's
a
place.
rugby league legend, going to host a few of the lads for the Warwick Rodeo weekend. You been there before, Mike?
Not the Warwick Rodeo. It's on my to-do list. But first I've got to get to those New Zealand championships. So we see New South Wales come up with it off the kick, but it's now gone into the arms of Jake Carl, but it'll be called back. It was a double knock-on. New South Wales knocked it on first, so it'll be Queensland possession. No, not the Warwick Rodeo, and I think I'm free around October time as well. Mr. Danny Hess, if you have any involvement and you're listening, all I've got in October is my wife's birthday, so nothing important. I can make it over there. Yeah.
Maybe talk to Danny. Maybe there was chat last night of business class seats and all sorts of propaganda.
Yeah, forget.
It's not propaganda. Propaganda's fake, mate.
We
had it all sorted.
We were never going to Rotorua, but that's what these boys are playing for, Mike. a jersey and a selection in the Australian team, both men and women, off to take on the Kiwis, which would be, wouldn't that be a trip?
Yeah, a shot to wear the green and gold for the Australian team. And there's plenty of players putting their hands up this afternoon for selection. Look at this tackle from New South Wales, driving Lennon back.
Jeez, that's good defence.
Almost drove him back into Ward 4 of the Robina Hospital.
I hope not. That's the maternity ward.
But I tell you what, guys, New South Wales, they're trailing on the scoreboard, but I think they're leading the way as far as intensity goes.
The collision is in their favour at the moment.
That ball out the back, Simpson forced to go back for it, and then good hustle there from his opposite number, Tyler Field, wraps him up just outside the New South Wales 40. So going backwards, Queensland. Here's Kajewski.
You're just getting numbers into the tackle, the Blues, that the Queenslanders aren't. Slowing the play down again, sort of always getting that third man there.
We saw a similar tactic from the girls in the previous games. We see a little chip and chase body collision. Peacock collides with Phillips charging through.
We've had some head knocks in the last 2 days. Hope we don't see any more. But I suppose that's just a product of Origin, isn't it? Like, you're probably prepared to put your head in a place that maybe you wouldn't for a regular game.
Yeah, it has been. Thankfully not the serious injuries, but more splits than a gymnastics tournament over these last couple of days. Hopefully we've seen the last of them. The ground will be red soon, the way they're going. Hard heads in these teams, though. Lenham and his opposite number there, Johns, with a little bit to say to each other after that last tackle. So, service from Fagerlund. Is this play on? I thought he's.
God, I hope so.
Well, we all stopped. The players stopped. The referee took a step as if he was about to go after him, and then called it back. So
that was an ordinary pass, and I mean, I'm not saying he's an ordinary player, but that wasn't a great pass. And if he had it again, I think he'd be throwing that a little bit different. But lucky that was not play on.
And just on that, boys, Trent Walker's taken the field for the New South Wales Blues in the jersey 16, just looking to bring a bit more impact and probably a bit more drive forward for them at the moment, which they definitely don't need.
No, but they've had the beauty of knowing that their first game is going to be Queensland, and maybe there's a bit of tricks up their sleeve, keeping a few bench players to bring out sort of as 20 minutes in, like we are, or 25 minutes in, and try and up the intensity of the contact.
And Queensland's bringing on young debutant Angus Dickinson in number 22, and Scanlon's coming off for a blow. Yeah,
Scanlon, that's a good start. They're pretty big minutes for the big fella. He's pretty instrumental in this team, been around for a long time, and who knows, he doesn't really age, he just keeps giving. And he was instrumental in getting the women's police footy up and running, and he's continuing to just be a stalwart of the men's.
Another strong charging run towards a post from Dunkley. Queensland with Phillips going across field, trying to find a way through. Can't find it. Tackled on the last. Queensland already up by 8. Can they find more points in this play, or at least a repeat set? Simpson grubbers it in. Oh, was that Peacock again at the back? He can do it all one-handed at the moment. He looks all class. Hayden Peacock, the number 1 for New South Wales. He looks very relaxed, like he's got all the time in the world at the back there, and doing a great clean-up job at the moment. See a strong front-on tackle there. Dunkley in there with the help of Dixon, now on the field. Short side, spilled straight into the arms of Lenham. Oh, I tell you what, Lenham was looking for the pass to Betts outside him, and Betts might have been away untouched had he have received that one, but couldn't get it away. But either way, Queensland back on the attack now inside the New South Wales 20 on the first. Smith gives it to Dunkley. Dunkley grabs those metres up to the 10-metre line. This is where you like to attack from. Most amount of space between you and the defence, closest to the line. Angus Dixon kneeling his way towards the line. Dummy short side, Smith! Smith doesn't get over.
They weren't falling for that one.
No, and there was 5 of them that weren't falling for it. They keep him out. Simpson, long ball to Carl. Carl holds it back, gives it to Williams.
Godzilla, get going.
He gets away, Williams.
Look at the legs on him. Saw him yesterday, just tree trunks. I'd hate to be defending him.
Carl grubbers. It went straight into the New South Wales defender. It
6 to
wasn't
go.
played at. 6.
Go!
Still the
Go!
Here's a chance. Angus Dixon.
Yes,
He
good
gets
boy,
there.
Angus.
Angus Dixon charges through next to the post. He had to make it count because the tackle count wasn't restarted. And boy, did they. And the 8-point lead now goes out to 12.
And a little wry smile across Coach Patterson's face there with Angus crossing the line. He's definitely a bit more relaxed and relieved than what he was at the start of this match.
Yeah, it was a good effort. Smart play there by Jakey Carl. Gets the repeat set, looking to just roll it back in. And then Dixon, wow, that might be one of many for him in the maroon. He's happy too. We caught up with him in an ice bath on Tuesday down at, I think it was called Riggs Recovery at Currumbin, and poor fellow, we pulled him up for an interview. Silky interviews him, and he goes for about 2 minutes, and he's in about an 8-degree pool. Poor kid just wanted to get out, and Silky just kept asking him rubbish question after rubbish question.
I think that's what's driven him today. It's just giving him a bit of an extra lift, bit of pep.
We've had some replies through on the text line on 131 Queenslander. Josh from the Polair Chopper. He's texted in. He says, "Get Johnny Lowe out there. New South Wales won't like it." So thank you to Josh. And another one there, Jack from Warwick. He says he's 9, and he says, "Come on, Queensland, play like Tommy Dearden." He must be a big fan of Tommy Dearden. Jack from Warwick.
Well, if they all play like Tommy Dearden, they'll be doing all right. Had a wow of a year, Dearden. As Jake Carl moves in, slots it through the post to add another 2 to put New South Wales on the back foot. They trail 16 points to 4. We've got 6 minutes remaining in the first half.
I know I'm biased here, Mike, and I'm very, very, very one-eyed, but I'm never comfortable in an Origin. No score is enough. The Blues will not be going away from a game plan. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you're right.
I'm just
Yeah,
nervous.
there's so much on the line, and you can't, until it's literally mathematically impossible with whatever time's left on the clock, you can't rule out any side there. And, they're always going to keep coming at you. They could be, look, either of these two sides could be trailing the other by 30 points. They're still going to want to try and destroy you in those one-on-ones, get the little moral victories, anything like that. And this game's still well and truly alive. The lead 14.
And boys, we just got Josh Parrish warming up down here on the bench for the New South Wales Blues. He has played international rugby, so he's going to be a player to look out for. So
a high kick here from Queensland. Lenham's under it. He didn't want to take his chances
Kick,
to it.
kick,
It's
kick,
bounced
kick.
into the arms of Betts inside for Lenham. Towed ahead there by O'Keefe.
I think if he could have that again, he would have put that back into the centre towards the post and try and roll through with some Queensland support. But, well done, New South Wales there, diffuse the threat. They've been strong in the middle with their defence, New South Wales. There'll be some tired forwards there.
Parrish is on.
Yeah. I think they might be going to the bench sooner than later with some quick rotations. Unlimited interchange, Mike, so I wouldn't be leaving forwards out there longer than they need to be.
No, absolutely not. And give a quick shout out on the stream here to Maureen and Terry Baker. They're tuning in from the UK, so we are now worldwide as Hayden Peacock. Oh, sorry, it's Clark. Clark for the line. Can he get all the way? He's got it down.
He's in.
Touchy's seen it. Referee will point to the spot. They hit back just when they needed to, New South Wales.
That's a good try. Good try by the Blues. They've been a little bit quiet, and they managed to take that scoreboard pressure away with the quality try. Mick O'Keefe getting caught up there in the play of the ball, and just a bit of shape there, pushes between the halves, and nice offload. He's got some wheels on him for a back rower.
Yeah, that's Dane Clark there, obviously for number 12 for New South Wales. He's also playing alongside his brother, who's also in the back row, Jackson Clark, today. Yeah, right. So maybe that's giving him a little bit extra pace. Yeah,
I think the Queensland are going to be disappointed with that, but credit to New South Wales, got themselves back in the game.
They will be disappointed. It's one of those moments where, they've been the dominant side. They've been large and in charge so far in this first half. And then to always, even though they're still going to be in front, when you concede that try just before half-time, you you can tend to sort of go into the sheds just thinking about it a little bit when you've just had all the going your way and then you concede one. But
I believe we've had 32 minutes gone.
yeah, I know, it's gone quick.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes seemed to go in about 2. Here we are. Daniel Hope kicking. It just brushes.
Had some shape like my like my Sim Max 2.
Looked like
Bit of
my 5-iron, my 2-iron. Yeah. Oh, my 2-iron wouldn't get that high off the ground,
But
actually.
fade into a slice into a look in the bushes for where can I find it.
And Big Willie Scanlon's back on the field for Queensland just to try and settle him in the middle.
I tell you, he's got through some work for Queensland is the 13 Terry Phillips.
He's been outstanding.
Yeah, I've never played with Terry, but he looks like a workhorse, the sort of bloke you'd love inside or outside you. Captained the New Zealand police side for a long time, Mike.
Okay.
Terry did, and then come over and joined the Queensland Coppers, and very fortunate to have him and his work ethic out there.
So New South Wales, they've got 2 minutes left on the clock. They should get through this set, and Queensland will get another use of the ball. Assuming we get to the last tackle. Yeah, almost losing it there was Trent Walker, the number 16 for New South Wales. Show and go now from Ashcroft. Couldn't get that
I think
pass away.
Dunkley lucky not give away a penalty there for a late effort.
They try the left flank. Well, as they've created something out of nothing there. It was, I think, it would end up with Daniel Hope, but they were running into nothing. Matheson Johns, it was him and Hope, 2 versus 3 Queensland defenders, and they made something out of nothing, but the pass was down around Hope's knees.
When I caught up with the New South Wales coach earlier on before kickoff, he flagged Matheson Johns as a player that's going to be quite damaging for them, and just like the centre in the women's game before, I think he's going to be a real handful out here on the left edge.
Yeah, I think that centre you're referring to was, well, like the girls were calling her Teddy, but Eden Stoddard. She was a real talent, and if I was an NRLW club, I'd certainly be considering her for a bit of a train and trial.
We saw a run in that last set there from Trent Walker. Shout out to his boys Conrad and Sonny. They're cheering the Blues on from the Central Coast. Hello, Conrad and Sonny. I hope you're behaving and eat your veggies, boys. As Queensland,
You might grow up big and strong and be a Queenslander.
you might.
There's another little shout out. He's gone off. He's having a spell, but it was out to Gus the Love Bus. Angus Dixon there, the try scorer from earlier. His colleagues are watching the live stream from Weeper.
Betts kicks through. Peacock. That ball's just like a magnet to him. It just seems to, he's like a ball whisperer. He just looks at it and it comes to him, Peacock.
He's just eating meters there too.
But that'll be all the meters that get eaten.
We're fatiguing.
Yeah, better go.
It's been a big half of footy.
We need to go grab a coffee, so we're going to wrap up the first half there, but don't go too far. Plenty more of the Australian Police Rugby League Championships match between New South Wales and Queensland on the other side of this.
At half time, Queensland leading 18-8.
Welcome back to CBUS Super Stadium on the Gold Coast. We're in day 2 of the Australian Police Rugby League Championships. Game 2 of the day, New South Wales versus Queensland, second half about to get underway. Queensland leading the way, 18-8. Late try there before halftime for New South Wales, just closing the gap, bringing it back to within 10 points. 35 minutes remain between glory and one of these sides looking for bragging rights in the big State of Origin clash as we get back underway. Harry Graham gets us restarted. Wobbly old bounce eventually picked up by Keanu Whiten. And back in the commentary box, joining me for all the action, Jim Doyle. Jumbo, how'd you see that first half, mate? It was an interesting one, swayed both ways for both sides.
Yeah, well, Mike spent the first 8 minutes on the edge of a seat. Wasn't the start we wanted. I think Coach Nick Patterson was in the same boat. But the Queenslanders, they got their football together and came back and lit the scoreboard up with a few points, and the Blues hit back with a late try. But it was majority of that game was all Queensland, minus the first 8 minutes. But this is going to be an interesting half of football. Like I mentioned in the call earlier, you're never comfortable in Origin, Mike. It doesn't matter what the score is. You're never comfortable.
An early error there from New South Wales pretty much happened right in line with our man on the sideline, Tony Chandler and Silky. Plenty of interchanges were made in that first half. Do we expect to see a bit more of the same second half?
Yeah, absolutely. And that penalty was on the back of Justin Smith's tackle up and under there, just knocking the ball free, really putting his body on the line. And we've highlighted him as a dangerous player already. But no, boys, the interchanges will definitely keep coming. They're unlimited, and I don't think that they'll go unused. Both teams, I think, will be looking to their bench for impact in this second half.
He came out of that tackle just a little bit ginger, Justin Smith. I reckon if there was an independent doctor reviewing the replays, he might have been going for a HIA. There's a big shot from Sam Press, one of New South Wales' try scorers in the first half. Here's Smith now inside, ball for Dunkley, trying to crash his way
defense.
over. Yeah.
When you got wingers throwing 5/8s around, you're in trouble.
They're so big these days, the wingers. Smith grabs
Get in there!
Yes! Terry Phillips.
Well deserved. He's an absolute workhorse. And no surprise, he's pushing through and gets himself a try. Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, hold on. Hold the phone.
What are we talking about here? Silky! What's going on?
I don't know what your roommate's called there, but he's seen something we haven't. What's the replay showing?
He couldn't have been offside.
No, definitely not. The kick was from Smith from dummy half, so they had to be all onside, surely. We'll see if we can get the replay here. So it was Dunkley played it, Smith grubbed it through, and
It's got to be the put down.
oh yeah, okay, maybe he has spilled it there in the put down. We couldn't see it because his back was directly to us from where
Good
we're.
run on one. Oh.
Penalty here to New South Wales.
That's silly. Come on, Dunkley, that's silly.
Dunkley doing everything he could there to try and keep the ball from New South Wales. Referee LaRose having none of it.
You can't hide. There's too much, you know. That's silly. Queensland need to defend here, but yeah, I mean, look, we're not there for the put down. I was pretty excited there for a sec, Mike, but you know, I won't argue with that one. Oh, we got a turnover.
Oh, here, Justin Smith finds himself with the ball on the Queensland 10-metre line. And
he's very happy with that too, young Smithy. He was giving it to him.
He's a busy man of a diminutive stature, Justin Smith, but gets through plenty of work.
I tell you, he's a busy man. There's a trainer out there for Queensland in the yellow jersey, Russell Mundy, better known as Barra in camp. The word is this is his 20th carnival. So it used to be Tri-Series, now we're a championship. 20th trip here. First 12 were probably as a player, and in the last 8 years he's been a trainer. But he's just an absolute rock of the Queensland team, and his voice will be somewhat the 14th man here for Queensland in the back half of this game. He's just a stalwart of police rugby league, and there's not many people who don't know him or that haven't swapped a bit of kit with him. He's a real kit man, Barra.
Jumbo, there's a text that's come through on the text line from Zesty Z-Bug. He wants to know how many Queensland boys shave their legs and where do they stop?
We met Zesty the other day. I would hope that's my only interaction with Zesty. There's a lot of these boys might shave their legs when we're at the recovery centre. I don't know whether they're cyclists or not.
Spilled by Williams, picked up by Press. Sorry to interrupt there, but quick turnover. Well, I think they I don't know about this shaving in the legs. They all say it's so the strapping doesn't rip the hairs out of the legs, but it can only happen once in so long, but the hairs don't grow back the next day. I don't know. I think some of them like the feel of it.
Modern grooming, Mike. Modern grooming. New South Wales, good field position here.
And that's awesome to hear too. Barra 20th championships. That's a long time ago. 2005, 2006, we're talking. That's a hell of a stint. John Howard still in power.
Yeah, probably.
Back then, yeah, we hadn't witnessed Kevin 07 yet. That's a long time. Good on him. That shows love of rugby league.
I bet Barra doesn't shave his legs.
No, he'd be chewing razor blades for breakfast, I reckon. They were of a different ilk back then. As we see time go back on, this will still be the last tackle for New South Wales.
Rubber touch there by Queensland.
Yeah, but come out behind Press. Picotti comes out with it. He can't get the ball away, so that will be last tackle. So it wasn't played
Fields
at.
kicked that. Queensland stuck an arm out there.
Yeah, and the
they're
New
very
South
lucky not
Wales
to give a
benches.
repeat there.
New South Wales bench has seen that, and they've got a bit to say about it.
Well, we're 35, 40 metres away, and I saw it.
So I think Picotti took the run and was happy to take the tackle, thinking it was 6 more up his sleeve, but not to be. So Queensland now have to try and run it off their own line. Harry Graham hit hard.
KP Smith on his staunches there. Hitting a hard tackle.
Ashcroft was in there. There's another solid tackle. They're certainly numbering up in defence. New South Wales up the middle. It's going to take some more razzle-dazzle from Queensland to find their way to the line. They still lead 18 points to 8. As we see a kick down the field, goes over press. He seemed happy to let that one go into touch. Yeah.
That'll please Coach Patterson. That's something that didn't happen at the start of this game, Mike. They weren't getting to a completion of a set to a kick, so I think he'd be happy to slow this down, restart in the middle. Boys, get some gas back in the lungs and try and force an error from the Blues here.
We've got the big prop, Josh Calcagno, coming on for New South Wales, just to inject a bit more solidness in defence. And he, just standing beside me before, he is a big boy.
Yeah, plenty of big frames in this New South Wales.
Similar haircut to you, Silk.
Yeah, we use the same barber.
Well, I've got the same haircut as you, Silk.
do?
I've forgotten what a barber is. I don't know why you're visiting a mate. You can do all that yourself now.
I've got to keep my beard neat and tidy.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Let's get back to the footy, boys. Enough about you melons.
Here they
Good
go.
movement
Press.
here.
Sam Press. That combination between... Oh, how did he get that away? That was more you-know-what than class there. It was a desperation all-or-nothing flick, or he was going into touch. I swear Picotti caught it between his legs. So play on for the Blues. Ashcroft gets the offload away for his 5/8 Whiten. We're on to him.
He wants the ball
Quick,
back,
smart,
Ashcroft.
good tackle from Phillips. They're going to continue on the left side. The grother from Ashcroft. Does he... Oh, it's come spat out the back here. Knock on by Queensland. So New South Wales, probably luckily for Ashcroft, will get more use of the footy. I thought he might have lost his kicking licence. Otherwise, it was he telegraphed it, what he was going to do with that grubber.
You see that, don't you, by the end of games that, you know, when the game's on the line, your better players stand up and start to really take control. And he had that great run there, impressive offload, and then's got himself straight back on the ball. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for him. He's someone I don't think I'm telling Queensland anything they wouldn't already know, but I'd be making sure that you're manning up on Ashcroft. I think he could cause some dramas.
Meanwhile, Peter Picotti for New South Wales, the number 3, who's now on the near side wing because he was receiving attention from the trainer, appears to be okay. New South Wales, they set to the right, although the man at the scrum base didn't know where to throw it. Sam Press reaches over. Oh, he's gone all the way. Oh, they couldn't stop him. They seemed to have his number, and he just kept pumping the legs. And Sam Press has himself a double and brings New South Wales right back into the game.
Yeah, he's rolling a bit of salt and pepper hair there, Sam Press. I don't know if that's experience or choice, but he's got some strength. He's the one who gave it to Dave Cutler earlier, the 5'8" for Queensland. Look at this, just pumping his legs, big don't argue, and he's over. That's an impressive try from a winger.
Yeah.
I mean, wingers these days are a lot better than they used to be, and they get involved a lot more, but he looks like maybe a back rower that's moved out onto the wing for retirement, possibly.
Silky just charged at the line there, held the left bumper out and just kept Williams at bay while seemingly dragging half the team along with him.
Impressive just to be pushing Quadzilla backwards like that, but like Jumbo touched on, he's a big winger, that boy, and obviously showing a lot of experience and just determination to keep pushing forward and get the meat pie. As we got KP coming to the bench after copping a little tickler.
So Keanu Whiten with a kick only 4 metres in from the near touch line. This will be a tricky one as the shadows engulf CBUS Stadium. Thank you for your company on the broadcast here today. Great to have you with us. Well, you might be here at the ground. There's a few in on this near side grandstand. Yeah, and remember, plenty more action to come tomorrow. If you're nearby, come on down. We got games at 1 and 3 p.m. to round out the Australian Police Rugby League Championships. But in the meantime, Keanu Whiten to move his side within 4. That's a good-looking kick. Oh, yeah.
Great strike.
Straight over the black dot. Couldn't have hit it any better. Queensland still lead on 18, but New South Wales move closer. They're on 14.
Yeah, this is a time when you have to get down to business, the Queenslanders. It complete sets. You know, there were just some silly errors there, put himself under pressure, and they've conceded, 4 points, 6 points now. Chewing up the lead. Some Queensland spirit out there, Silky. You spill a bit out on the touchline, can you? I think they're going to need it the back half of this game. Pour it in the pickle juice, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Did we get a sample of the pickle juice after our chat about that yesterday?
I wasn't able to find any, boys. I tried hard.
Yeah, sure.
I had a rum and dry last night that someone said tasted a little bit like a pickle juice. Still yet to confirm what the true flavour is.
So New South Wales, strong run there from Reece Schroeder and strong defence, returning serve. 35 out, inside ball for Calcano. He's tackled on the last to the boot of Field. Drives it down into the Queensland 20. Jake Carl waiting to receive it. Hit hard. Good kick chase. Going through the motions nicely now. New South Wales, another strong hit there on Harry Graham this time.
Rocked there.
Yeah, Calcano and Ashcroft combining. Oh, there's a good textbook legs tackle as well. That was Dane Clark.
Great tackle. These Queens are very slow to get back. Very slow.
Yeah, they're looking on top now, New South Wales. Again, we talked about it just towards probably that last 10, 15 minutes of the first half. New South Wales up the intensity, and they've come out and sort of picked up where they left off. Carl will kick. It's a deep one. That was a high kick. That still went 50 on the fly, that kick.
Sat up,
bounce, good bounce.
To do for Peacock.
Good chase. It's moments in the game now that you're starting to think, force the error. Well done, Harry Graham.
That was a ball roll, not getting his foot to the ball in the play. The ball so pinged. That'd be filthy with that one, New South Wales. But you got to get your foot to the ball.
I was just about to say, boys, this is the moments in the game. If you don't inject yourself, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. You're like, this could be the boys' last origin in a Queensland jersey. You just never know what could happen. And you don't want to be a spectator for the rest of this game. You want to inject yourself, get involved, and make a memory that counts. The one that you want everyone to be talking about.
And I just saw the replay there too. It was, it was a pretty horrific ball roll, actually. One of the worst play the Bulls have seen in a while. I have to say, I'm sorry, it deserved to be penalised. Now Queensland go on the attack. Well, that pass was straight to the New South Wales player, Daniel Hope. They might get a... No, forward pass. Yeah, well...
Mick was sinking there. He put it straight on his chest.
That was a shocker.
Anyway.
He was looking for Lenham and hit the Blues winger, Daniel Hope. So, yeah, not the way they wanted to turn it over. New South Wales will have the scrum field, centre field, 10 out. They trail by 4. And we've got, 20 minutes.
He's gone fast again.
It has. But that's always a sign of a thoroughly entertaining game, the ones you don't want to end.
That's press again. He's really stamping his mark. He's not going to go home wondering.
No, he's someone who's found it to be an entertaining game so far. 2 tries to his name. With the intercept there, Mick O'Keefe. He was looking for a second meat pie of his own. He had it. He had the ball in his bread basket. Just failed to. He's got his head in his hands there. He knows that was a golden opportunity gone begging.
You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. Like, he's put the effort in, put himself in position, but come up with the error. But I think the end of the day, the rest of the boys would understand he's the sort of bloke, he'll make up for that, Mick.
Knows how to find a try. He's got himself one today, as we saw. Bagged himself one yesterday as well, the big man. So New South Wales. Tyler Field goes for a run. Meets 3 Queensland defenders who all shut the door on him at the same time. Fagerlund from dummy half sends Calgano.
Gives a good ball, Fagerlund.
Yeah, he's got a bit
Quality pass.
Got a bit of variety about his dummy half game. Through the left-hand side now, New South Wales. Flick pass for Whiten. Whiten grubbers through. The man's back there. It's Lachlan Betts happy to shadow it over the dead ball line, and they'll get themselves a 20-metre restart.
Showing a lot of composure there, Betts. Just letting that one go over.
Queenslanders on their haunches there, Silky. There's some tired bodies out there. There's not much in this game.
Well, I tell you, the milkman's yet to come on, mate, so maybe they need to start looking at him.
Johnny Lowe yet to debut. He's there. He's the size of a mountain.
So Lenham still pumping those legs, standing up in the tackle, goes to ground eventually.
Angus Dickerson's just gone on for Scanlon.
Here we go.
Queensland, Carl. Dragged down by the shoulders.
Jack Carl runs a little bit of fluff at the back of the hair there. I hope it didn't get caught up in the tail of his collar.
I saw mention of it in the comments on the live stream. It's a point of interest, Jake Carl's hair. Again, I'm completely bald. I can't talk. Intercept! It's Press! Press away in open pastures. Press charging away for a hat-trick, but is he going to have the pace?
No.
Carl gets onto him. Press still going. Press gets away. Oh, unbelievable. Oh, it's similar to his second try. Just finishes it off with absolute determination. Sam Press, take a bow. That is a hat-trick to remember.
Yeah, wow. He's a good player, isn't he? I mean, we've been calling him for 10 minutes. Did I think he had that in him? No. Do I want it? No. But as a rugby league spectator, that was pretty impressive.
Let's take a look at the replay. That would have felt like it went for quite some time. Sam Press, the legs would have been absolutely burning. Picks off the
It's
intercept.
on. Queensland are in the corner there, but no. Press says, won't have that.
Potential 8-point swing. Charges his way over halfway. The cavalry came. Carl had his number for speed, but couldn't hang on. And then Alex Williams with the last gasp effort. Couldn't hang on. Oh, Sam Press.
Well, I talked about it. The moment someone just to stand up, make a memory that you'll never ever forget. And I don't know if that one's going to leave Sam Press for a while, but that was very good. And yeah, you know, a bloke's been around a while. He transfers that ball into his right hand. He's got the palming hand ready to give some don't argues. And yeah.
And Silky, I just wonder if that previous attempted intercept from Mick O'Keefe on the Queensland side of things when he dropped it, I wonder if that just put the idea in Sam Press's head.
Yeah, possibly, Mike, but I think, I don't know, mate. I think he's a quality player. He's shown that today, bagging his third. And I think if he doesn't come in and make that move on the intercept, it makes it outside. Yeah. We're in. We're in. No worries at all. In this game's a completely different story. But what a brilliant read from the young man with the silver fox. He's just come out and he's taken the chicken and he's run all the way to the other end. And he's done all. He's like give credit where credit's due. He's played a very, very good game.
He did. And look, what I didn't like about that try is the Queenslanders dropping their heads there. You know, in the chase, they've given their all chase, and I understand that. But let's get back. Let's rally the boys. Let's work out a plan, and let's go and execute. We can't. It's only a 6-pointer. 15 minutes to go. Let's just hope these Queenslanders lift their chins up.
Yep, plenty of time.
If you're a Blues supporter, get the ball to Press.
Absolutely. It was a magnificent try. With congratulations in the comments from Sandra Press. I wonder if that's a relation of Sam. If you are, no doubt very proud of the man. What a game he's having. First up for New South Wales. But yeah, you mentioned importantly there, Jumbo, they don't need to put their heads down. Yes, they conceded a try. Yes, they've had the run of it, but yeah, 2 points in it. We got 15, well now 14 minutes to go. It's a dummy half, Fagerland. Good run. Oh, it was almost on there.
It was. I reckon he had that, Phillips.
That ball.
He's stolen back.
I think he did. Did the referee signal 6
He
more?
did. He did.
So, Calcano. Sorry to Josh, we get the names at late notice. I'm not sure if it's Calcano or Calcagno. Oh, look at this run from the big... Is that... It's not Picotti.
No, it's not the ball prop. Definitely not. It's the 13.
13,
yeah,
Ashcroft.
Yeah.
Field. Inside ball. Calcano, again, getting through plenty of work in this second half. He's brought down, I'll tell you who's been big in defence, Terry Phillips in the middle there. 13, Ashcroft, hit and spin, reaches out, plants it under the posts, vitally under the post, to make it an easy kick to come for New South Wales and potentially push the scoreline out beyond a converted try. They lead 24 points to 18.
Well, he sort of backed his way in there. We heard the reversing beeps. And in he goes under the post. Probably should let him kick it, to be honest, from there.
He was ready. He was lined up. He wasn't denying to anyone that he was going to take that run, and he just had their measure. Hit and spin.
He's wanted to get his hands on the ball a bit in this second half, Hayden Ashcroft, and it seems to be his zone is inside that 20, and yeah, his eyes lit up when he pushed through there. Queensland, some tired defenders. I'll be disappointed with that. I'll be disappointed with the last 5 minutes because they've controlled a lot of this game, but at the moment, yeah, the Sixers, they're at all sorts.
I think that previous hit up there from Ashcroft would have given him just a world of confidence. The Queenslanders just did not seem interested in stopping him at all. He almost made it to the line, then he's backed it up there and gets a meat pie. But I don't know. Looking at Coach Patterson, he's not the bloke you want to be around if this ends the way it looks like it's going to.
Well, time's about, Silky, but it's going to take some fair leadership. And
that's where the boys need to lift. Like you said before, mate, they need to keep their chin up. And now it gets hard. Like they're going against the clock, and they've just got to muscle up. And they're looking. The Queenslanders are looking to do that. They're just about to bring on Sam Pearce back into the attack.
Yeah, I mean,
and they just need to muscle up and get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Pearce, great bloke to go out there and get the job done. He was Muddy's Player of the Year this year. I think he's played 3 or 4 times for Queensland. He only put himself in a Muddy's jersey earlier this year for reasons I'm not 100% sure on, but he's going to have to lift his team with some charging runs.
Quick change there, Silky. Was that Betts coming off, did I see, for Queensland?
Yeah, for Sam Pearce, who's just rolled back on.
So New South Wales, 8-point lead. Queensland have 11 minutes to make it count. Right side ball, Jackson Clark. Takes it up to the 30. Here's the try scorer, Ashcroft. He'll have a spring in his step after that one.
We've got a message here on the text line, the 131 Queenslander, and this has come from Laurie Daly.
Oh.
And Laurie says, come on, you mighty Blues. Let's get one back on the Queenslanders and erase the memory of Sydney.
Yes, I was actually down in Sydney for that game as a spectator. And, yeah, boy, there were some dejected Blues fans in the crowd that night. They didn't know what had happened. So Queensland now. Queensland here. Advancing towards halfway.
Carry there from O'Keefe.
I'm not sure if you picked up that then, boys. O'Keefe, a little bit gamesmanship, holding back the...
I did see that.
Yeah, the opposite number there.
Sent him flying and charged past him. But this is what's going to take from Queensland. The boys that have been here, done this before, shouldn't be scared of 8 points on a scoreboard. A couple of tries, you get 10 minutes, not... Yeah, 9.5 minutes.
This
Here
will
we go.
help a bit of, here we go. This is what we haven't seen all tournament. A bit of the niggle here. The boys are into it. Bit
Get
of
out
push
there,
and
Silky.
shove.
Have a look.
Just bringing back the biff, the boys, and it just goes to show you what it means to these men out there playing. Like, it's everything to them. They pull on this maroon jersey and equally the blue jersey, and they're willing to put their bodies on the line. And it's tempers flaring. That's part of footy, and it's good to see that they're actually showing a bit of pride.
Yeah, I don't think a punch was thrown there. That was just a bit of that like AFL style rubbish, push and shove, and the refs are going to have a chat about it. I hope they don't do anything with that. Maybe a penalty to Queensland, if anything.
Well, they might get a bit of time to simmer down with one of the Queensland players receiving attention.
That's O'Keefe there.
Is it?
Yeah, big O'Keefe might be. He's limping a bit. He's on his feet, which is a good sign, but
I think Queensland need him to stay out there for that leadership. He
Yeah,
brings
he's
a lot of
willing to
leadership.
take a tough carry.
Yep.
But he's real good. But
I'll tell you what, guys, the
someone in
referee
the-
hasn't,
someone's
he
in
hasn't
trouble.
called time off
Mm.
yet. The clock's still ticking.
I think it's going to be a penalty, Queensland. A drop of the head there with the Blues, trying to argue their way out of this. But I think they're going to cop it on the chin.
I think they'd be happy if they realised the clock hadn't stopped.
Yeah, true. The captain there for New South Wales, Dan Clarkey, showing some experience, not blowing up, cop it, and maybe they'll defend their way through this.
Well, that could be a vital minute or so lost there. Yeah,
Mm.
the clock did not go off, so looks like Terry Phillips lining up for the first run.
No surprise, Phillips. The workhorse got rewarded earlier.
Yeah, win or lose, he's been a standout for Queensland. It's shown by the fact of how dirty his jersey is at the moment. I mean, they play on such pristine fields these days, they hardly get dirty, but when you're busy enough, Jake Carl Lenham, he had the man outside him free, but the umbrella defence from New South Wales worked well, and this could be a turn. Is it play on here?
No, he's pushed a
Kicked
pass
through.
there.
Well, he called knock on in the end, so he was just waiting to see the referee down the rows to see what would happen in that one. It's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, I think that was only second or third tackle on the set there. I don't know if that needed to be pushed, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. But I don't know if you're down by 8, maybe you got to take those risks. But again, you got a defender set here before you get the ball back, so could prove costly.
And New South Wales just bringing in Schroeder and Calgagno back into the attack. The two big starting props making their way back on.
So we've got 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. New South Wales lead by 8.
It might not be a time off. He called time off, but the clock kept ticking.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and I'm pretty sure we're going off the clock on the scoreboard. Is the hat-trick man, Sam Press. Sam Press getting help from his own man, Fagerland, against the three-pronged defensive move.
He's had the shorts ripped.
Oh, look out. A few wolf whistles
It has
from the
caused a
crowd.
stir.
I think that might be his jocks.
Control yourself, Silky. Control yourself.
I think he's lost his jocks there in that
It's
play.
probably not something you're packing a spare pair of, to be honest. You certainly don't want
Well,
you don't want any issues.
He's got half the shorts left. I don't know. Oh, it's the jocks. Sorry.
So-
Okay,
yeah.
so the shorts are fine. It's just the jocks. Yeah, okay. Well, next tackle on Press might be a ball and all tackle, but they...
If he gets full stride, that sprinter a couple of weeks ago, in that race there, he got into all sorts of trouble with that 60 metres to go, and he had tackle everywhere.
So New South Wales put the kick through. Hayden Peacock called out of the chase. He was offside on the kick. That made life a bit easier for Carl, who's been told to go back and play it on the mark. Graham. Harry Graham Troy O'Sullivan. Oh, sorry, that was Lachlan Betts. Monstered in defence. Queensland, they're struggling to make metres here when they're running out of time on the clock. They have to
It's going to take some individual brilliance here to get them back into this game.
Who's it going to be? Calls a forward pass to Terry Phillips. They get a penalty, so that'll help.
Friendly fire into a knee there too. Doesn't look good.
At the halfback,
yeah,
it was Simpson.
He might be right. Just jarred it. Carl, quick kick. You got to go 50 metres here.
So 4 minutes on the clock and 8 points between themselves and New South Wales. Queensland.
Set some shape right.
What can they produce? Carl. He's got Lenham outside. He'll go himself. Carl into space.
Carl.
He's only got the fullback to beat.
Go, you good thing.
Carl for the corner.
Yeah, you
Jake Carl. Well, they needed someone to call upon, and Jake Carl's the man.
Yeah, well, he carries around a fair backpack of individual brilliance, Jake Carl. He's going to get this quick kick underway.
Yeah, he can't waste too much time here. He needs to get that tee. Someone needs to get the tee out to him so he can take the kick. Here it comes now.
That was impressive from Queensland. Like, they needed something here, and Jake Carl just takes control. He had support. Oh, maybe thought he should have passed there, but he backed himself, and he's in that corner there. Scores a cracking try.
He did a great job there to stand up the 6 from New South Wales, Whiten, just a little in and away. Stood him up, which gave him that bit of free room on the outside. Little dummy, show and go, and away he went.
He's going to make a game of this, Mike.
And if he can get the kick away pretty quick, they might get time off immediately because we've got a New South Wales player down in back play as well. He strikes the kick. It's not going to have the legs anyway.
Short.
Might have been just across the face and targeting that left upright anyway. The gap in the score remains 4 points. New South Wales 26, Queensland 22, and we're going right down to the wire with just over 2 minutes remaining.
He played a bit of cup football for the Burleigh Bears a while back now, Jake Carl, and you wouldn't read about it, Mike. 3 tries on debut down the right edge.
There you go.
Yeah, so he's some player. He's a very important player in this Queensland side, and New South Wales will be hoping here in the next 2 minutes that he's not celebrating like he just was.
Well, he certainly looks the consummate rugby league professional. You can see it in the way he conducts himself on field. Oh, there's a big shot. Dane Clark on Andrew Dunkley.
Queensland here, just a four set roll up the guts, and I think you're going to have to try something with a short kick. I think you're going to need the ball back.
Will we see the chip and chase? We haven't seen enough of those today. Trying left side, appeals Alex Williams.
Groans
Did he get taken high? There was arms all up and around the head area. Justin Smith gets the pass away to Simpson. One of the New South Welshmen rushed out of the line.
There's
but
space
they fill
there.
the hole.
There's some gaps there. The fullback's back deep. He's 25 metres behind the defensive line.
There's certainly some tired defenders in the New South Wales line, or both packs at the moment, as we go into the final minute. Last tackle for Queensland. The kick is going to try a wobbly old bomb. Dylan Simpson, it's high up there. Lenham tries to hit it back.
That's a knock on.
Oh, it touched the New
That's
South Wales player.
Yes.
Knock on from New
Come
South
on,
Wales.
Queensland.
There's one final chance. They won't want to get involved in
Nah,
any
you're going
push
to get
and shove.
3 plays here, maybe 3. Wow, this is the centre field play. They would have practiced all week, Mike. You got to ice this now. You got to ice this now.
They need to pack the scrum. The time's still ticking off. Need to get the ball in 15 seconds.
2 shots.
You're going to try left side. Cutler, dummies, almost couldn't get away from the legs tackle of Jackson Clark. 5 seconds on the clock. Short side, Carl, the defence is there. They're going to hold him up as long as they can to try and scrub the seconds off the clock, and they do. New South Wales hang on in a nail-biter. Queensland taking it right to the death. Well, that's 3 of the 4 Queensland games, including the girls' ones we've seen go right down to the wire. They couldn't quite get it done. And a big comeback, full credit to New South Wales. They were behind, well behind early. They stuck to their guns, stuck to their processes, got to the lead, and they've pulled off a memorable victory for their camp.
And it just goes to show you, boys, the National Police Championships, the level of footy and commitment shown is just beyond anything that I've seen before at really any level of footy, apart from obviously the NRL. But what an entertaining game, 26-22 New South Wales in the Origin.
Yeah, congratulations, New South Wales there. You know, winners have parties, losers have meetings, and the Blues, well, they'll be partying tonight, even though they got a game tomorrow, because this is the one that would have meant everything to them. And they put on a very good display to come from behind, get on top of what I think was a very gallant Queensland side. And I think as rugby league spectators, we've been provided an absolute peach of a game. And this is Origin footy, and I won't be us calling it, Mike, but I think this sort of stuff needs to be on KO. I'd be very happy on a Sunday afternoon. Sit back, relax, and enjoy police rugby league. It's not. Everyone loves to see coppers whack each other, but you know, I think this game's at a standard now and a level that, yeah, I think should be pushed a little bit harder and let a few more people view it.
Absolutely, and it was high stakes, high drama rugby league, and I'll just take both you boys back to what will probably be noted as the turning point of the game, that third try, the hat-trick try for Sam Press, where Queensland were attacking on that left-hand side, looked likely to grab a four-pointer of their own before Sam Press jumps in, grabs the intercept, went about 75 metres, brushed off a few would-be defenders to grab a very valuable 4 points. We can call it an eight-point turnaround, I think.
No, he was their best today, Sam Press. Closely followed by Hayden Ashcroft, who really got busy in the attacking zone. But yeah, I think he's the type of bloke in New South Wales Police Rugby League that won't have an empty schooner very often around his teammates here, because he deserves a top-up for what was a match-winning performance.
And we might go down to Silky for a final word from the sideline on day 2 of the championships before we wrap up this afternoon's coverage. Silky?
Oh, mate, just an alert, like, we've got the SADs on, I think, down here, but what... one-eyed Queenslander, but what a cracking game of footy, highly entertaining. And to just sort of reiterate on what Jumbo said, like, let's get this on KO. Like, this is something that everyone should have the privilege of seeing and just witnessing the level of skill that like coppers can bring to footy. And the skill displayed out there today was great. It was A grade, and the boys both sides should be quite proud of themselves.
Well, the good news for everyone tuning in this afternoon is we've got the third and final day of the Australian Police Rugby League Championships coming up tomorrow. We've got the men's and women's games. It'll be New South Wales taking on the affiliated states in both of those clashes. Always sad to say it, though. That's all we have time for on today's coverage of the championships. We look forward to having you with us tomorrow. Until then, it is bye for now.